Very, very good afternoon, friends. This is Rahul Ghosh here. Can all of you all confirm if you can hear my voice loud and clear? Fantastic. Only about 7 people today, so we'll have to wait. I think they're all joining in. Meanwhile, till they join in, I would request everybody to open up their labs on the screen on the trades that have been triggered so that we don't waste any time. Yeah, Aarti, we'll have a look at them. Let's just wait no for some of the people to join in so we can discuss with everybody. We'll wait for 3-4 minutes and then we'll go ahead and start. Let's go ahead and start, guys. I think today there are lesser people owing to the beginning of the weekend. Let's start with the labs. Aarti, you wanted to show me something? Let's have open. Which stock, Aarti? Hi, Nikhil. Good afternoon. Welcome. Can you show me the level, Aarti, and the rest of you all couldn't mark the levels are different. You were planning an hourly, daily, weekly. What trade were you planning, Aarti? And in which stock? Tell me. I'll have a look here. Hourly in Tata Steel yesterday before market open. Okay. Tata Steel. Hourly. Five-minute load local data. Excellent, Nikhil. We'll have a look. I don't see any hourly level, Aarti. Okay, you've marked it yesterday. Okay. Fair enough. My apologies. Let's go to 90-day. You had done your analysis yesterday, so this entire thing was not there only. Okay. If you had done it yesterday, I'm assuming your closest demand supply was over here. Okay. And your closest demand, I'm assuming, was over here. Okay. Would you agree with me, Aarti? This was your closest demand and closest supply? $60-minute supply at supply at 483. But I see you being lower end of the curve, Aarti. Because even if you had marked it this way, or even if you had marked it this way, in all cases, I see you being lower end of the curve. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yesterday before market open. Okay, yesterday before market open. I don't know, there's some problem with my screen, guys. It's not moving. I'll try my best. This is market open. This was your supply. Okay, no, this is tested. This was your supply. Okay, before market open means your demand would have been no, this is also tested. This would be your demand. Okay, and before market open, I'm assuming you were in equilibrium because it was bang in between. This is a sorry guys, I was looking at the 5-minute chart. Let me just close my KTiger and open it, friends. I don't know why I'm not able to move charts. Give me a minute. Okay, that would be easier, Aarti. Send a screenshot on email. Nikhil, you closed one for profit. Fantastic. Bhuvaneshwari, Yes Bank monthly income profit booked but went 1500. What is the mistake? I didn't get you. What was the question, Bhuvaneshwari? In Yes Bank, let's see, I open. Yes Bank. Problem marking the zone. Target setting was wrong on what? Bhuvaneshwari, I don't get the question. Target setting was wrong or what? Where? Where was the target marking wrong or right? Balaji, Anthony, Gokul, did you all get any fills? MIT Yes Bank. Yeah. See, Bhuvaneshwari, when you say Delhi, there are 50 zones in Delhi. Which zone? Where did you enter? Some bit of information I need, right? 14, 15. Okay. 14, 15 was a tested zone, Bhuvaneshwari. 14, 15 was tested, right? It was just, okay, just partially not tested, you can say. Ideally, Bhuvaneshwari, you should have exited this stock. Yeah, you should have exited this stock. No, it was tested over here is what I was trying to say, but it's partially missed. I would say you should have exited this stock. Did you exit or you still are holding it? Okay, great. Good going, Bhuvaneshwari. Good going. Your trend was indeed side up and you were in equilibrium, so you could go long in Yes Bank. So, but this stock is with a novice gap. Yes, you're absolutely right. It is a novice gap into your zone. The reason I suggested exiting it is because there is a good supply zone over here, no? And that's a good looking zone. It's not that it's a bad looking zone. That is why. Okay, somebody else, I think Bikash was asking a question. What was the question? Arvind sell at 381. Arvind, daily income. Daily income. Remove. Yes. Daily. When did you do your analysis, Bikash? When did you do your analysis, my friend? This morning. Okay, then this supply was tested or this supply was fresh? This supply was tested or this supply was fresh? Sir, I have a problem marking the location. Sometimes in the higher time zone is not visible. You have to go and change it in settings. You have to go and change it in settings. Okay, this morning it was fresh. So we'll take this as your supply. And demand was not there anywhere close by, which means no, this was tested yesterday itself. Look over here. This was tested yesterday itself, Vikash. Can you see? Prices has come and touched it. So this is a tested level. If you go to the 15, day. If you had planned a trade yesterday, Okay, you would have gotten an entry. Is this the zone that you've marked? You would have taken an entry even over here. And this has already given you a 2:1 move. Yes, so this is a correct zone. This zone is a correct zone. Yes, you should have ideally gotten an entry. Yes, Vikash, it's a good zone. Okay, we're done with, see, Nikhil, go to settings, okay, and in settings under demand zone, no, select this tool replication higher to lower. Select this tool replication to be higher to lower, and then you should see it in your smaller time frame. Just a second, guys. Just a second, please. Just a second, friends. Please hold on. You've already done that, then refresh your graph. It should come. Higher to lower should come. No doubt on that. Higher should, lower should come. By the way, market is at all-time high, guys. 9,600 and counting. And counting. HDFC 15-minute sell. HDFC sell on 15-minute. People have forgotten the 2-3 days dip now. Aarti, I told you that is what is going to happen. That one day the market moves up 100 points, everybody forgets the down day. One day market moves down, everybody forgets about the up move. That's how sentiment is. That is why people are unable to make money. No, why is 96% of people in the market losing money? Because they are not able to understand. They are letting fear and greed consume them. What is the 15-minute level? Can you help me out, Aryant? What is the 15-minute level? Balaji, have you planned anything? Anthony, have you planned anything? Aarti, there's nothing like that. Believe me, Aarti, 2 years from today, you will tell me that anybody could do this. 1551. Okay, so you're marking a daily income trade. So if you're marking a daily income trade, I don't see any daily supply. I have only daily demand. Assuming you did this analysis only today, this would be your daily demand. No, this is also tested. This would be your daily demand. If this is your daily demand, you're in equilibrium. If you're in equilibrium, on the 60-minute, your trend is up, which means you should be a buyer. On the 15-minute, if you are planning to be a buyer, I don't see why you're selling. Aryant, it doesn't matter. No, right now you should see where things are. When you're getting an entry, you should recheck and see where things are. Here you're looking for a short sell, my friend, but there is a possibility of a demand zone coming right here. Key points to keep in mind. Okay, great. So sometimes the prices move from tested zones. Yes, Nikhil. And in XLT, we'll be discussing that, Nikhil. We'll be discussing that. Okay, who said C mine? I think Srinivasan, you had said, is it? Let's look at your lab, Srinivasan. I'm not getting an answer from Anthony. I'm not getting an answer from Balaji. And Hitesh, what about you? Hari, you had asked me some, if you're watching the recording of this session, you had asked me some questions. Let me just quickly answer them because people who are not able to watch it live. Question number 1 was to calculate the trend following higher highs and lower lows, or should we follow the 50 period simple moving average? The 50 period simple moving average, Hari, is a little delayed in catching your trend. Price action is by far the most powerful method to find out trend. I would strongly suggest you changing to price action. It is a little bit confusing in the beginning, but once you get a little practice, you're good to go. Second question he had asked was, can you please elaborate a bit more on economic reports? So any economic report or news, you will notice if your zones are good, Hari, they will work in conjunction with them. You want to know a website where you can see these reports? Sherkhan has a website, sherkhan.com. Under that, if you go to news today or events today, you will see all the events lined up for today. Trade Tiger itself has a feature nowadays where you can find out what is the news and what are the earnings applicable. All you need to do is switch that off on the chart. Sure, Hitesh. That's a good looking trade, Anthony. I know which one you're talking about. That's a good looking trade. Okay, Srinivas's lab, let's go to. Srinivas. Gokul, what about you? Gokul? Gokul is in lab but not in the session. NIT Tech. It's looking actually quite good, Srinivas, but let's check. This is what, a daily income trade? Hourly income trade. Hourly income trade meaning location is on the 60-minute. Okay, if I'm planning this on the 60-minute, this would be your closest demand. This would be your closest supply. Okay, fair enough. This would be your price curve, which means you're in equilibrium. Because you still not got the notebook stuff. How many of you have still not got the notebook stuff? What I had written down? Hold on, no. Hold on for a second. How many of you got it? Anybody got it? Hello? Acha, sorry, I called you. Just give me a minute, guys. Let me check this out. Just give me a minute. Let me check this out. कौन बात कर रहा है? देवेन है? अभिषेक है? हाँ, दीजिए उसको फोन. अभिषेक मेरे भाई, मैं 3 या 4 बार आप लोगों को बोला हूँ एक नोट्स भेजने के लिए सबको. आज तक नहीं मिला है किसी को. अभी भी लोग बोल रहे नहीं मिला है. आपसे पूछा है, देवेन से पूछा है, वसीम से पूछा है, तीनों बोले भेज दिए पर किसी को नहीं मिला है. प्लीज कर दीजिए. Yeah guys, you should be getting it. Okay, you're in equilibrium, your trend is up. So if your trend is up, my friend, you should be ideally looking to sell, Srinivas. I'm sorry, ideally looking to buy. But where is your level? You have a supply level over here that you have marked, if I'm correct, which is at the higher end of the curve. What is 240 minutes, Srinivas? What is 240 minutes? Sell zone is on the 240. But you are marking a daily income, hourly income trade, no? You are marking an hourly income trade. For zone 90-day 5, but then what is on the 240 minute, Srinivas? What is on the 240 minute? In an hourly income trader where you are marking a zone on the 5 minute, 240 has no relevance. 240 is the zoning time frame for a weekly income trader. So not sure, you've got it mixed up. Forget Ignite level watch, Srinivas. We were planning a trade, my friend. Yeah? Your level looked good, Srinivas, but that's not a coinciding level or anything like that. Yeah? Did you understand what I was trying to say, Srinivas? Coinciding with 240. Srinivas, you have to go through the recordings, my friend. The 5 minute level coinciding with 240 has zero relevance. 240 minute is the zoning time frame for the weekly chart. 5 minute is the zoning time frame for an hourly income trader. You have mixed up the two. Did you get what I'm trying to say? Okay, let us plan a trade, no friends. But level is nice, Srinivas, my friend. If the level is nice, it has to follow the rules. Even if that trade made you money, consistently, if you follow the rules, only you can make money, Srinivas. We've seen that time and again. You need to go through the recordings for that. You need to learn the rules, my friend. 240, if you're saying that I have a monthly supply zone over here, and let's say I have a superb looking demand zone, let's say over here. Can I say this level is nice and I want to buy? It doesn't work that way, no? That is why we've had definitive time frames for each zone. Okay, fantastic, Srinivas. Friends, let's plan a trade. Okay, and what I want you to do is, I want you to plan a trade in the script of Bank of Baroda. Okay, and all those who've not planned a trade, namely Anthony, Balaji, all of y'all, I want you guys to, I'm going to look at your labs first because I need to know you guys are thorough with whatever we are doing. Okay, so Bank of Baroda we're going to take. Give me a minute, I'll give you the time frame. Give me a minute. Okay. I want you to mark a weekly income trade in VEDL. I want you guys to mark a monthly income trade in the stock of VEDL. Okay. VEDL monthly income. And Balaji, we'll start by having a look at yours. We'll have a look at everybody who's not planned a trade just to understand. No, this is a weekly income trade that we are planning, my friend. This is a weekly income trade that we are planning. And let's be quick, friends. We are talking about weekly, Nikhil. Please check, says Bhuvaneshwari. Let's check Bhuvaneshwari's. Monitor. Okay, 60 minutes, you've marked these two. Too much of a gap between the two levels, but your rationale seems to be correct, Bhuvaneshwari. Your rationale seems to be correct. Let's check Balaji. Balaji, what's happening? Market's up 80 points as we speak. What a phenomenal move. Hitesh says he's done. Balaji, what about you? I'm not seeing any movement on your screen. Hitesh. Okay, that sounds right, Hitesh. That looks right. Vikash. Okay, fair enough, Vikash. Waiting for Balaji. It had an issue with RR. I think 250 looking good. RR V25. We can go with aggressive stop loss. Hitesh, I'm going to finish. I'm just waiting for everybody else to finish to discuss this. Some problem in lab. The demand zone marked on weekly is not showing. Okay, that's okay. Srinivasan, that's about looks correct. Balaji, has still not got your answer. Okay, I'm not getting any answer. Let me do it for all of y'all. VEDL. Okay, VEDL, we're planning a weekly income trade. Let's say this is my closest supply. Okay, it is tested. My closest supply is all the way over here. This drop, base drop. My closest demand is all the way over here. Okay. If I mark the price curve, we are in the lower end of the curve, and the lower end of the curve, 60-minute. Let's go to on the 60-minute and the lower end of the curve. I have one demand zone over here, and I have one more zone over here. Okay, let's check all the other time frames also. Let's check 75-minute. Also having a good zone. Let's check 125-minute. Nothing great. 240-minute. Nothing great. 60-minute level, friends, 232 to 224, which means we are at the lower end of the curve. Which zone will you take a trade in, friends? The upper one or the lower one? You have to be a little careful over here, friends. And the reason you have to be a little careful is because there is a 10 on 10 zone over here as well. So there is one zone on the 60 over here, and there is one zone over here. I'll like to take an entry over here, keep my stop loss over here, and plan along in BEDL for weekly income. Both the levels that I have marked are a 10 on 10. I repeat, both the levels I marked are a 10 on 10. Clear, everybody? Yes, no? Fantastic, fantastic, guys. Let's do one more example. Let's see which one to pick up. Tata Motor DVR. No, the lower one, Bikash, on the 75-minute. I'm not talking about the lower one on the 60-minute. The lower one on the 60-minute has only one leg out. Okay. Open up the chart of Reliance Infra, friends. Can we choose different time frame the way you have marked, put your stop loss? Yes, the reason I went to all time frames to see if there was a level below it. That is why I went to a different time frame. Okay, friends, go to Reliance Infra, please. And in Reliance Infra, please mark a daily income trade. In Reliance Infra, please mark a daily income trade. Nikhil, you're done? Okay, let's have a look. Haryant, I'm sure you're done. Reliance Infra. Okay, so what is your trend then? Go to the 60-minute, please. No, can you go to the trend on the 60-minute? Okay, and when you go to the 15, which zone are you going to take an entry in? Yes, that is correct, Aryant. Balaji, did you mark it? Hari, good to see you in the session. Did you follow the exercise? Yeah, can you zoom into the zone? Just zoom in, please. Rahul just joined now. I'm in office and not to do the exercise in lab. Okay, Hari, I have got your mail, and in the session when you watch my recordings, you'll be able to see the replies, Hari. Yeah, Balaji, have you marked the exercise? That's looking good, Nikhil. Srinivas, let's have a look at yours. That's also looking good, Srinivas. But I'll just have to check where you marked the zone, that zone in which location. Okay, so then I'll do it on the screen for the benefit of everybody. Reliance Infra daily income trade. Okay, this is my closest supply zone. This is my closest demand zone. Okay, if I mark the price curve, you will find that I am in equilibrium. If I am in equilibrium, we need to trade in the direction of the trend. If I go to the 60, very evidently my trend is towards the downside. I am looking for a supply level on the 15-minute time frame. Okay, a supply level, I have one level over here as you mark, Srinivasan. One level over here. One level over here. This is tested, and one level over here. Okay, this level is also tested, am I correct? This was on the 15. Let's check on the 30 though. In 30 you have one level over here. And you have one level over here. And you have one level over here. Now, if this is a 10 on 10, and if this is a 10 on 10, and if this is a 10 on 10, which level are you going to take, Srinivas? Anthony, you want my email ID? Definitely, I'm typing it. It's rahul.ghosh@branch.sherkhan.com. Srinivasan says nearer. Nearer to what? Nearer to what? Srinivasan says nearer to current market price. Balaji says nearer to current market price. And Nikhil says nearer to current market price. I'm extremely shocked at all three answers. How can you all make this mistake when there are 2 days left, friends? If multiple levels have the same odd enhancer score, then the one that is closest to your higher time frame or the one that is coinciding with your higher time frame takes precedence. What happened to all of you all? Either you all have taken it very lightly, or you are not going through the recordings, or you've not taken a screenshot of the notes. One of the three. But there was a screenshot, Srinivas, my friend, and we have done enough and more practice through the days. I will not buy that excuse, my friend. We have done so many exercises through the days. But none of you all are willing to practice. I'm assuming everybody in this room has aspirations to make money. Correct me if I'm wrong, friends. Correct me if I'm wrong. Everybody in this room, I'm sure, has aspirations to make money. There are 2 types of money that you can make, guys, and I'm speaking out very curtly. There are 2 types of money you can make. One, you can make 5,000-10,000 rupees a month and be happy with it. Believe me, you don't have to put much effort. But if you're looking to make serious amount of money, which runs in 6 figures, you need to be very conscious of your rules. You need to give time to scanning. Otherwise, it's going to be difficult, friends. What are the rules? Can somebody name it out? Either any one of you all who made a mistake, can you all name out the rules? Rules for which zone to mark if there are multiple zones. That's the one I'm talking about. No, I'm talking about rules on which zone to take. There, see, Bikash has screenshots. Fantastic, Bikash. If 2 levels have the same odd enhancer score, take position on the zone which is closest to your higher time frame. If both levels are coinciding with your higher time frame and have same score, take position on the zone which is closer to your current market price. Monica, absolutely right. Gentlemen, are you all aware of these rules? Balaji, Nikhil, Srinivas? Then where was the mistake? One more example. I'm very disappointed, friends. I must tell you. I'm very, very disappointed. All of you all, that's why I kept saying in the last 3-4 days, you need to scan the entire Nifty 50. Tell me how many of you scanned the entire Nifty 50? How many of you scanned the entire Nifty 50? How many stocks did you get? Monica, Bhuvaneshwari, Nikhil. Why, Srinivas, why didn't you scan it? Because why only 15? Friends, I'm going to give you this exercise today, friends. Okay? I want you to scan the entire Nifty 50 today. Okay, I want you to scan the entire Nifty 50 today and come up with these trades. Are you all going to do it, or are you all going to half-heartedly again not do it? I'm assuming tomorrow is a holiday for most of you all. We have a session, 2.5 hour session tomorrow, friends. We have a 2.5 hour session tomorrow. I have okay from Bhuvaneshwari, I have okay from Monica, Arihant, Aarti, Kanha, Anthony, Balaji, Bhuvaneshwari. Vikas, I don't have an okay from you. Nikhil, I don't have an okay for you. And Srinivasan, I don't have an okay from you. No, now you all are half-heartedly saying okay. Where is the problem, gentlemen? Where is the problem? Nikhil, I must appreciate you have good levels, but you need to put in that effort, my friend. Srinivasan, अगर time नहीं है तो how are you going to make money? If you don't give the time, then how are you going to make money, my friend? Fantastic, Bikash. No, that's okay, Balaji. You will definitely take long because you're starting out. Believe me, Balaji, when I used to start marking my zones, I used to take 10 to 15 minutes per stock. Per stock, I used to take 10 to 15 minutes. I'm sure you're doing much better than that. A lot of the other people over here have some prior experience, so I don't blame that, Balaji, but you need to spend time and mark in 5-10 levels, Balaji. Where are you getting confused? See, now when I'm asking, you're telling me. Where are you getting confused? You should have asked me before I have asked you on where you're getting confused. What is the problem, Srinivas? You're saying that is the problem. What is the problem? When I watch you people doing it, I feel good. Balaji, my dear, dear friend, it will be a little difficult to begin with. Srinivasan, so again I come back to two questions to you. The only two ways, and this is to everybody, the only two ways, again I'm repeating the line, the only two ways. One, don't scan so many stocks, scan less stocks, get less trades, half-heartedly take trades, sustainable, not sustainably, don't make money. Or make that effort, scan a lot of stocks, get better looking trades and sustainably make money. There are only two options. There is an easier option and there is a tougher option. The easier option, you will be still in this level even 6 months from today. The tougher option, 6 months from today, you will have a sustainable source of second income. With that choice to you both, to all of y'all, I'm going to leave it and continue with the session, guys. With that choice to all of y'all. There are only two options, remember that. There are only two options. If you think that there is a third option, believe me friends, I manage money in 3-digit crores. There is no third option. Okay, what I want you to do is I'm going to give you another trade because I want to see where you are going wrong. Break? Okay, we'll take a break. Too much of Gyan Rahul gave, I think everybody's saying. Let me give you an example and then take a break. Smart work is important, Monica, there's no doubt. But in the beginning, till you get proficient, no, a little bit of hard work is definitely required. Over a period of time, if you think, you see, things will get a lot easier. Okay, before going into break, I'm going to give you a stock and go, and I want you all to work on this stock in the break. Okay, give me a minute. Let me look for a confusing opportunity so that I know you all have put in the work. Okay, this looks interesting. Reliance is looking interesting, friends. What I want you all to do is, I want you guys to mark an hourly income trade in Reliance. Okay, I want you to guys to mark an hourly income trade as well as a daily income trade in Reliance. Okay, hourly as well as a daily income trade. Huh? Hourly as well as a daily income trade. Yeah, and I'm going to give you 15 minutes to do it. I'm going to give you 15 minutes to do it. But I want an answer from all of you all guys. Yes, 15 minutes. Let's take a break, friends. You all done, friends, or do you want 5 more minutes? Is everybody done? No, both. I'm talking about both, Nikhil. Let everybody complete. Monica, we'll wait for everybody. Let's start, guys. Who's done? Has everybody finished? Anybody who's pending to finish? Everybody who's finished, please give me a yes. Everybody who hasn't finished, give me a no, please. What happened, Anthony, to the lab? Okay, Anthony, Aryan, you're done. Aarti, you're done. Balaji, are you done? Vikas, okay, you're done. Hari is okay, not here. Hitesh is done. Kanha, done. Nikhil, sorry, done. Srinivas? No, but Anthony, you've been having a lot of problems in lab. Why don't you get in touch with IT and get it resolved? That sounds good, Anthony. That sounds good. Balaji, what about you? Okay, again, no reply from Balaji. What about you, Srinivas? Srinivas, my friend, did you finish? Srinivas? Not Reliance. Yeah, Reliance or Reliance Infra had mentioned. What was the stock, friends? Reliance, is it? Okay. Which is the zone? Can you show me, Srinivas? First, are you doing RE or daily? Daily, perfect. Okay. Show me the daily chart first with your zones. Yeah, you're on the 60-minute chart, Srinivas. Daily chart, I'm asking. Okay, perfect, Srinivas. Perfect. So you're in equilibrium. What is the trend saying if you go to the smaller time frame? Check the trend, please. What is the trend, Srinivas? Trend is up. Let's go to the 60-minute. Reliance 60-minute. So you have one higher high over here and you have equal highs over here. How is it uptrend, Srinivas? Anyway, let's go to the 15 minute. Where is your zone on the daily? Reliance, this is your zone 1262. Yeah, audio is okay. Balaji, have you completed the exercise? 1262 is my zone. I have one level over here. Okay, I have one level over here. I have one level over here. I have 3 demand zones. Balaji, have you completed the exercise? Out of these 3 zones, where are you going to take a trade, Srinivas? Srinivas, where are you going to take a trade? You are marking demand zone means trend is up. No, it doesn't mean that, Hari. On the 60-minute time frame, you have to separately look for trend using higher highs and higher lows. One, 3, 1, 6, 2. The first one, the second one, or the bottom-most one, Srinivas? First one, second one, or the bottom-most one? That's what I want to know. Absolutely perfect, Srinivas. That's it. Balaji, I'm not getting a reply from you, Balaji. Hourly income trade. Hourly income trade. Perfect, Srinivas. Yes, hourly income trade. Open up your lab, Srinivas. Let's see you do the hourly income trade. Yes, Anthony. We'll do a little exercise on trend after this. Not to worry. I think even Hari wanted some examples of trend. So we'll do some examples of trend after this. Perfect. That is correct. Where is your supply zone? Okay. You're in equilibrium. If you go to the 15-minute, you go to the 15-minute. Which is going to be your zoning time frame if you're a 60-minute trader? Which is going to be your zoning time frame? Your trend is on the 15-minute. Which is your zoning time frame? Which is the zoning time frame? That's it. Perfect. 5 minutes. Then why are you getting confused? Which is the level on the 5-minute? Which level are you going to take a trade in? See if you've missed any level. So which one? First, second, third, or fourth? First, second, third, or fourth? There are. Yeah, remove that off. It's much better. The bottommost one is also removed. Perfect. Perfect, Srinivas. Let me show it to you all on the screen, friends. Let me show it to you all on the screen. Reliance hourly income trade. This is your closest demand zone. This is your closest supply zone. If I use my retracement tool, you will find that I am in equilibrium currently. If I have to look at the trend, I will go to one time frame lower on the 15-minute. Very evidently, you find my trend to be up. If my trend is up, I am looking for a buy opportunity, and I'm looking for a buy opportunity on the 5 and of either on the 5 or on the 10-minute. Let me start with the 5-minute. On the 5-minute, I have one level over here, rally base rally. I have one level over here, drop pace rally, and I have one level over here, another rally base and a rally. That supply zone is tested. Nikhil is saying, let's go 60-minute. No, that supply zone is not tested, my friend. It is still fresh. Let me go back to the 5-minute. So these are the levels that I have marked, and one over here. No, the bottom two are tested, friends. If you noted, the bottom two are tested. You have one level over here with a 10 on 10. Okay. You have one level over here with a 10 on 10. And you have one level over here with a 10 on 10. Where are you going to go ahead and take a trade? First one, second one, or the third one? First one, second one, or third one? Absolutely right, Nikhil, Monica, Srinivas, Anthony. The lowest one is where you're going to take a trade, not the first one, Hitesh. When multiple zones have the same ordinance score, then we mark it in the level which is coinciding with my higher time frame. Clear? Yeah, go ahead, Bikash. But see the pattern of the first demand zone. What about it? It is fabulous. But if you go to the 10-minute over here, because there is an explosive move, you will definitely get a bounce. I'm not denying it, because there is an explosive move, you will get a bounce from here. No doubt about that question. But we want to be consistent with our rules. If you have taken that, you will see you will get a bounce. Yeah, is that clear, my friend? Clear, Nikhil, Srinivas? Now let us look at some examples of trend, friends. Okay, some of you have been having a little worry about trend. I think it's very, very important we see some examples. Now, okay, excellent. Whenever I show you a chart, friends, I want you to analyze the rules. There are only 3 rules in marking my trend. Higher high and higher low both have to be there to be uptrend. Higher high and higher low both have to be there to mark uptrend. Lower high and lower low both have to be there to mark downtrend. Any other type of trend is sideways. Any other type of trend is sideways. Please keep that in mind. Please keep that in mind. Are you clear? Yes, no, I don't know, Rahul. Okay, fantastic. Now, so what is the trend here? What is the trend over here? Look at it carefully. Up, 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 up. What about the rest of you? What about the rest of you? Look at it carefully. Don't be in a hurry to answer. Absolutely, my trend is indeed up. Absolutely, my trend is, I did not find a higher low. Yes, so if you've not find a higher low, anyway it will become sideways, no Balaji, because there is a higher high over here. In which situation will it be down? Okay, there is a higher high and a higher low like this. The current move is these candles over here. Today's candles, can you see? Today's candles have broken the previous high. That is why we need to take it into consideration. Yeah, following me? Let's do one more example. The trend is calculated from right to left. You're absolutely right. The trend is calculated right to left. Let's look at another example of a trend. Excellent. What is the trend right now in Amara Raja batteries? What is the trend right now in Amara Raja batteries? Look at it carefully. Don't be in a hurry to answer, and I want everybody's view. Everybody's view. Sure, all of y'all? Is everybody sure? Down, sideways, flat, down. This is the last formed high. This is the last formed low. This is the last formed high and this is the last formed low. Would you all agree? This current move has not breached the last formed high or the last formed low, which means I ignore the current move. Which means I ignore the current move. If I ignore the current move, what is my trend? If I ignore the current move, what is my trend? Yes, absolutely. Then my trend is going to be on the downside. Clear with respect to this one? Is everybody clear with respect to this one? Yeah? Okay, let's look at another example. Anthony saying not clear. Okay, Anthony, let's go back. Which screen were we in? We were in Amara Raja battery. Where is the question, Anthony? Where is the question? What is your question? What is your query? Explain again. Okay. The rule says that if your current move into consideration does not break the last high or the last formed low. I repeat, if your current move in consideration does not break your last formed high or does not break your last formed low. Would you agree the last formed high and the last formed low was over here? Would you all agree with this? The candles are a little above the lower low candle. What candles are above the lower low candle? What candles are above the lower low candle? I didn't get you. T1 and T2 closure. What is T1 and T2 closure? See the three candles after large. Okay, what about them? What about them? Anthony, what about these candles? No, it is not sideways. Because for a sideways, there has to be an equal high or an equal low. Which is the equal high and equal low? There is no equal high and equal low over here. The trend has been moving sharply to the downside. This current move is ignored because it hasn't broken its last high and hasn't broken its last low. Please check the recordings, Anthony, where I have taught trend. It has to break the last high or it has to break the last low. Till it breaks it, only if it breaks either one will the trend be sideways. Clear? Are you following me, my friend? Just a second, guys. Did you understand, Anthony? Did all of you understand why the trend over here is still down? Did all of you understand why the trend over here is still down, or are there any questions still? Not clear, says Anthony. Anthony, did you watch my trend session recording? Did you watch the recording, my friend? What is the rule about when the current move into consideration? Can you just help me out with that rule? Can you help me out with that rule, my friend? If price moves and lower. No, that's not the rule, Anthony. No, Balaji. Trend is different for different time frames, right? That's not the rule, Anthony. You haven't watched the session then. The rule says, Anthony, no, that is, I'm talking about the rule about the current price into consideration. I'm talking about that rule. When you take the current price into consideration, that rule I'm talking about, my friend. I'll repeat the rule for you, Anthony. Please pay attention. The rule says that if your current move, which is this where my cursor is, if the current move does not break the previous high or does not break the previous low, then we will ignore those candles. I repeat, the rule says that if the current move into consideration does not break the previous high or does not break the previous low, then we will ignore that current move into consideration. I repeat, ignore that current move into consideration. So in this case, we are going to ignore these candles. If I ignore these candles, Anthony, would you agree that my trend is down? Perfect, my friend. Perfect. Let's look at another example. What is the trend right now, friends? Look carefully, don't be in a hurry to answer. What is my trend right now? Look at it carefully. Balaji is saying up, Monica is saying up, Anthony is saying down. Okay. Bikash saying down, RP saying sideways. Friends, I have one high, higher high, one high, higher high, one low, higher low. Where is the confusion? There is a higher high and a higher low. There is a higher high and a higher low. No, nothing about it. Why are you stuck onto the big candle? Here itself there is a higher high and a higher low. There is already a higher high and a higher low over here, friends. Which means it's turned to up. One more example let's do. Okay, what is the trend right now, friends? What is the trend right now? Look carefully. What is my trend right now? Don't be in a hurry to answer, guys. Don't be in a hurry to answer. Balaji is saying up. Bikash is saying up. Bhuvaneshwari is saying up. Hitesh is saying up. I want everybody to give an answer. Nikhil is saying up. Everybody please give me an answer. Still waiting for everybody's answer. Anthony, what do you feel? What is the trend, my friend? What do you feel is the trend? Absolutely, it is forming higher highs and higher lows. The trend is very evidently towards the upside. By looking at it, you can make out that the trend is going up. That's all that matters, guys. Don't get into the complication. Let's look at another example. What is the trend right now in ITC, friends? What is the trend right now in ITC? Up, up, up. Perfect. You have higher highs and higher lows. Now, let me give you a little bit of a tricky example. What is the trend right now in this? Second lower low. One lower low is enough. One higher high and one lower low is enough, Balaji. Not two. One higher high and one lower low. What is the trend right now? That is correct, Balaji. What is the trend right now? Look carefully. Don't be in a hurry to answer. Balaji, higher high is formed, higher low not seen. So what is the trend, Balaji? Perfect. Srinivas, where is the higher low? Only there is a higher high, Srinivas. Where is the higher low, my friend? The trend is sideways. First of all, there are equal highs over here. Can you see equal lows? Can you see equal lows over here? That's it. It makes the trend sideways. My pleasure. One more example, friends. One more. This is easy. Also simple. Let's look at a complicated example. Hmm. Yes. What is my trend right now in South Indian Bank, guys? What is my trend right now in South Indian Bank? Bikash is saying up. Okay. Anthony is saying sideways. Okay. Aryant is saying sideways. Hitesh is saying up. Monica is saying up. Friends, by looking at the trend, what does it come across to y'all? By looking at it, what does it come across to y'all? Two higher lows and equal higher high. Then what is the trend in that case? What is the trend in that case? If two equal lows and one higher high, what is the trend in that case? Sideways, absolutely, friends. Because you see, this was forming higher highs over here, but over here, no higher highs being formed. Therefore, my trend becomes sideways. Yeah, a little bit of practice, I think you all will be good to go. You all agree then it's a big boon when this class becomes lifetime? You all agree that it's a big boon then when this class becomes lifetime? That is why I agree to do what I'm doing, friends. And lifetime means all of you will have to see a lot more of me, whether you like it or not. So you'll have to see a lot more of me, guys. I'll end the session over here, friends. Thank you so much. I hope Srinivas and Anthony, I was able to help you a little bit, but we have a lot of time with each other, so don't worry. I'm here to stand by your side. Monica, I'm glad I hold a position in Hind Petro, so I'm also glad it's gone up. Good going, guys. Tomorrow is a 2.5 hour session, like I said. Don't miss it. Anthony, my friend, I've typed my email address on top. It's rahul.ghosh@branch.sherkhan.com. I repeat, it's rahul.ghosh@branch.sherkhan.com. Yeah, see you tomorrow then, friends. Have a good evening. Have a great weekend. One question, if mark so many zones, how do I know if I'm correct path? Kanha, that's why I'm showing in every stage where the zones are correct, which is the good zone. Branch, Anthony, that's B-R-A-N-C-H. B-R-A-N-C-H. Yeah. Okay, guys. See you tomorrow then. Bye-bye.